The alarms began as a low hum, barely noticeable. Beneath the rhythmic pulse of the Imperial flagship Valiant's Pride, Commander, Saral leaned over the tactical display, her 4 translucent eyelids narrowing as waveforms rippled across the holographic map. "Contact?" she asked sharply. "Unknown vessel detected." "Commander," replied the ensign, his voice trembling. "No data, no transponder, no engine signature. It's too fast." The words hung heavy in the command deck's cold air. Too fast wasn't supposed to exist out here. The Empire had mapped every known corridor of space, measured every anomaly, cataloged every drift and pulse of the void. But this was something else. Saral straightened her posture, her mantle of authority glowing faintly, under the bioluminescent lights of the bridge. "Recheck the long-range arrays. Filter through quantum bleed." "We already did, Commander," the ensign stammered. "It's not noise. It's real. Estimated velocity is beyond warp grade 9. No known ship can move that fast, not even the Council dreadnoughts." Silence fell. Even the ship's artificial hum seemed to hold its breath. Then the Admiral's voice echoed through the chamber, old and rough like sand-scraping steel. "Show me." The main screen shifted. Stars blurred into a single streak. And there it was, a flicker, a shadow against infinity, darting between systems like a thought before the mind could form it. No radiation, no distortion trail, no heat signature, just motion. "Pure, impossible motion," Saral whispered. "It's breaking the laws of drift space." The Admiral's eyes, dull and ancient, sharpened. "Where is it heading?" "Straight toward the Imperial Core, sir." A murmur rose through the officers. For centuries, the Empire had ruled uncontested, its fleet stretching across galaxies, its might unquestioned, and yet something unseen, unregistered, and unknown was now slicing through the dark directly toward their heart. Within minutes, the news spread like plasma fire across the fleet networks. Military forms exploded. Analysts speculated it might be a rogue experimental ship from the outer colonies, or a lost relic from the precursor age. But deep inside, everyone felt something they hadn't felt in generations: fear. When the object breached the outer defensive line, the entire sector went silent. Planetary defense grids armed, dreadnoughts formed in tight phalanx, and a billion eyes watched from across 100 worlds as the anomaly slowed. Then, for the first time, it appeared on visible sensors. A ship, small, simple, ancient. Its hull bore no Imperial markings, no alien glyphs, nothing except a faint emblem on one side, half eroded by time. It looked like a circle, with a pattern of small lines radiating from it. Saral leaned closer, her voice barely a whisper. "Magnify." The symbol came into view, a faded blue earth. The room went dead quiet. "Impossible," said one of the analysts. "Humanity was destroyed millennia ago. Their colonies burned. Their systems purged by the Ascendancy Wars." But the Admiral didn't move. He simply stared. "Signal it. Try everything. Standard hails, pulse transmissions, visual beacons." Nothing. Then suddenly the ship replied, not in words, not in sound, but in a signal that bypassed comms entirely. A direct burst into every mind aboard the fleet. A voice, calm and cold. "Stand down." Dozens of officers collapsed, clutching their heads as the psychic echo rippled through. Saral gasped, hearing the voice not with her ears but with her consciousness. It wasn't a threat. It was a command, quiet but absolute. "Identify yourself!" Saral shouted into the void, though she knew the entity could hear her without sound. The response came like thunder within thought. Humanity never ended. The entire fleet staggered. The Admiral rose to his feet. "This is a trick," he hissed. "Human archives were erased. The Terrans are extinct." And then the small ship moved again, slowly, purposefully. Its hull shimmered, reconfiguring, transforming before their eyes. One moment it was a corroded relic, the next it gleamed like liquid metal. Energy rippled outward, distorting the space around it. Every scanner overloaded. Power grids flickered. Then the fleet's flagship received a data packet, encrypted beyond comprehension. It was human code, ancient but unmistakable. Inside the message was a single line. "Return the sons you stole." The Admiral froze. Everyone knew the phrase. It was an ancient accusation, recorded in pre-war texts. Humans had once seeded countless worlds with life, before the Empire rose and conquered them, rewriting history in its image. Now, something, or someone, had come to reclaim that legacy. The ship began transmitting light, not laser, not data, light like pure memory. Across the void, every Imperial ship saw it. Images projected in their minds, human cities burning under alien bombardment, colonies wiped clean, children watching their skies darken as fleets descended, and then humans fighting back. Not with fleets or armies, but with ingenuity, sacrifice, and fury. The message wasn't revenge, it was remembrance. One by one, Imperial captains hesitated. Some ordered their weapons offline. Others stared in disbelief. Then the Admiral screamed, "Fire everything!" Dozens of plasma beams lanced through the dark, converging on the small vessel. The explosion lit up half a sector. But when the glare faded, the ship was still there, untouched. And then it moved, not forward, but through, passing effortlessly between ships as if the universe bent around it. The Imperial dreadnoughts tore apart, not from weapons, but from their own distortion fields rebounding. In less than a minute, the entire fleet was gone, ripped into atoms. Only Valion's pride remained. Cyril stood trembling as the ship drifted closer. She could see it now through the viewport, smooth, silver, alive. A voice entered her thoughts again, softer this time. "Why did you build empires on ashes?" Cyril fell to her knees. "We didn't know," she whispered. "We were born into the lie." The ship hovered silently above the flagship. "Then remember," the voice said, "and tell your children who the stars once belonged to." With that, the ship vanished, accelerating beyond light, leaving only a ripple of space and a silence that felt eternal. Across the Empire, chaos followed. Command structures collapsed. Priests called it judgment. Scientists called it impossibility. But somewhere deep in the Imperial records, fragments of data began to surface. Forgotten human outposts, buried ruins, genetic traces among their own citizens. The truth was spreading faster than the Empire could erase it. And far beyond the galactic rim, in the dark folds of forgotten space, thousands of human ships stirred awake, reactivating after ages of silence. Their lights flickered on, one by one, forming constellations shaped like ancient memory. The humans had returned. And this time, they weren't coming to conquer. They were coming to remind the galaxy who taught it to dream.